Today we're going to talk about two of the best ways to get your sales going right this very second. Hey, it's Don, the Auction Professor. Today we're going to talk about two ways that I always do to help boost some sales, especially this time of the year. Now, this is something that I do to do two different things at the same time. Eliminate merchandise that I've had up for quite some time, clearing out at the end of the year, and to help move some sales at this time. People are still home right now. People are still off work. They're still with relatives. They're still hanging out, and they're still having fun all the way through the first of the year. So now's the time to bombard them with things like this. Sales are great right now. Everybody's looking for a sale. Some people only look for sales on eBay. So that is one of the things that we do with some of these. Also auctions and moving things around. So let's hop over to the screen and I'm going to show you what I do. So now we're over here in my hub. You can see my name up there. You can see my star name. You can see my specifics. Now I've opened up two of these windows because both things I'm going to do are going to come straight from this page here. And as you can see, I got just over $850,000 worth of inventory. Again, that's list price. That's not what it's going to sell at. And this is just this store I share with you. We sell on many platforms as well. And quantity-wise, there's over 26,000 items. Now, we're slowing down and putting the items up here because we're going to be rolling out our own site real quickly now. And I'm going to discuss that in future videos. We're going to really get into some Shopify information coming up really soon here. But one thing that I do a lot of, especially now, and I've talked about this before, I don't send out many offers to watchers except at certain times. I don't do them constantly or anything else like that. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with doing that. So it's just my take on it. And you can see, too, I don't promote anything. I have no promoted listings. All of mine are eligible on here. 25,216. Now, there's a few that are types that you can't promote. Otherwise, they would be on that list too, just FYI. But right now, I can send 1,148 offers to watchers. And that is a primo thing you can do to get them. Right now, people are home. Now, one thing I wished eBay would add is the ability to check when the watchers were added. So if somebody started watching you today, I'd rather hit the ones that just signed on to know that they weren't just some straggler waiting there or they forgot to take it off their watch list. Just personal opinion here, but basically, just click the Send Offers Eligible button, and it's going to bring up all the ones that have watchers on the items here. Now, on some cases, I'll do the offers one by one. It gives you a little more freedom, and you can just put in a price for it. It takes longer, but I judge my prices many times by the specific item itself. It's hard to categorize everything at a certain price because there's different aspects on every single item that I sell. They're all vintage and collectibles. It's not like a certain brand of calculators. I can mark them all down 10% because, you know, it's a calculator. But these are different types of items. So it depends on what you have. But basically, you can just pick some and send some offers out to people here. In fact, I have a doll here. Let's just send this. Let's just see what happens here. I've got two watchers. Now, it may not let you send offers to both of those people. They may have gotten offers from other people already. You only can get so many offers at a time. So if you see it says you have 10 watchers and it only allows you to send 2 offers to watchers out at that point, it means those other 8 people may have already gotten offers from other people and now they can't get them. Now you can come back in another 2 or 3 days and those options may be available for those, and you may still be able to send offers to watchers after that point. So just keep that in mind. It's based on how many offers they've gotten already. There's other factors as well too, but that's just the basic gist of it. So you can also allow counter offers, which it always automatically has on, or you can take it off. I just leave it on because all of my items are marked up, so if I take less, even with an offer, that's fine with me. This doll is a Alice in Wonderland doll. It's a R. Dankin, well-known company. It's just not worth a lot of money. It's not super, super old. I think she's missing a shoe as well, too. $29.99 is the list price. I'm going to say let's put it up and offer it to them for $22.50. and we'll go from there. They might shoot back at something else, but this is all I do with everything. Now, doing it this way here, it instantly just puts the offer price. Now, if you're doing it as a group lot and trying to do offers for a whole bunch, it's going to be all different. You can't just set a 10% because each price could be different. So just keep that in thought when you do this. It's not going to show you the final price. You'll have to look through this and scan and look at each one to see if you're okay with the price. I've had people tell me that they did that. They did a bunch of them grouped at once, and they didn't realize that there were some cheaper items in there. And when they marked them down, they almost gave the item away. So just be careful at what you're doing. Now, sometimes I put notices or a little note in here, which is a good touch to it. I stopped doing that in the last few weeks because it takes too much time if you're going to send these out one at a time like this. Now, if you're going to group these and do 10, 20 offers at a time and deduct 10% or a set amount, then I would write a note in there because you can get them all at once. That's just my take again. Decide how you want, but if you send enough of these out, you're going to sell some of the stuff. I sent out one, and it's another video from a while back. I sent out a whole bunch all at once. I don't remember the quantity, but it was 100 and some odd. This is in that video, and we sold like $780 or something in a 2-hour time frame just by sending out offers like that. I spent 2 hours. I did them one by one, and I know, again, you can do them in bulk, but I like to handle each one individually. It's just the way I can judge the prices on them, unless I can, sort them by price and then pick a certain price group as long as they're in the same category-wise. So, I mean, you do it how you want. That's how I do it. I'll just do them one at a time. I'll do 100 or so at a time. If it takes an hour or so, it doesn't really bother me. I'll just slam some music on, and it's just kind of, it gives me another chance to look at the items even too. So, it's just something you should do. You should even update listings occasionally. But that's all there is to sending offers to watchers. I would recommend doing this right now. Now, this is honestly probably the best time of the year to send offers to watchers. Everybody's off. Everybody's out. Everybody's still thinking. Everybody has money that they've gotten for Christmas presents and things like that. They'll return something and they'll have extra money, or they'll get cash as a gift. They're not working. They're on vacation. There's all types of reasons why people may not be, working right now. This is the one time of the year that there's a long gap that people don't work or take 2 weeks off or have the holidays off. Politicians, perfect example. They're all off right now. Now, we've done this, as I said, full-time 10 years, and every year we do this. We keep track of it, and every year, the best results of the year for the quantity of offers we send out versus how much we get back in is always greater at this time of year. So that's a consideration. Everybody's home. Everybody's home. Think of that. That is the big thing. Send them out now. So we're going to be hammering these and probably get them all out. I may give you an update. I may come back and we'll do a screen so you can see they were all sent out or something. But I've got 1,148 of these I can send out right now. So we're going to have somebody hammer these. Maybe me and the wife or somebody will do these for a couple hours and get them all done and see. There's only one bad part about that, and we ran into this. I sent out like 1,700 one day, and we sold so much stuff that I was just packing forever, and it was 2 of us, and I was frazzled. I wished I wouldn't have done that. I know it's money, but, stagger it out. Even in like a restaurant or a retail establishment, they stagger lunch rushes and they seat people at certain times and things like that so they don't flood the back of the house. So, that's a consideration in many fields, and that's a consideration for reselling. If you're by yourself and you sell a whole bunch of items and you don't think you're going to do that and you do, you could set yourself up for a bad fall there, not get everything out on time, believe it or not. So now the other thing I do is I'll go out and I'll switch over listings. Now let's pull up some listings here. Let's pull up some military items, and we're going to look at specifically military items. So now, again, I'm searching by my store categories, not eBay categories. It's easier for me to categorize them that way. And then you can search them by terms too. So I'm going to put in photo. I've got a bunch of military photos that I've had for quite some time, and I've got a whole stack of new ones to list. So I'm going to blow out some of these while I'm doing that. Let's see if it'll, here we go. So we're going to just send a bunch of these from my Buy It Now bin to an auction. And I'm going to put them at the lowest price I usually take for one of these photos. So let's line up some here. I'm going to remove the items that aren't official photos like that. We're just talking 8x10s today. And during the holidays, auctions can do very well. This is the one time a year, again, that auctions tend to do better because there's more people not working, more people around, more people with money right now than any other time of the year. And so this is the one time a year I list a bunch of auctions like this. Now, we get 1,000 free auctions. I don't use most of them every single month except in December and January because of this. It's a good way to move merchandise. If I'm going to sell it at bottom end $15, I'll just put it at $15 and let it go. Again, I've got hundreds and hundreds of these, probably a few thousand 8x10 military style photos in my collection. Most of them aren't up at this point. Probably just over half aren't up. So I have no issues blowing these out. The first day I listed these, I made enough money to actually earn a profit off the entire purchase. Now, these have been up for quite some time. Some of these have been up for probably maybe a year and a half to 2 years. Again, I sell them all the time as you see them in my videos. So if I sell 1 or 2 a month, I'm making like a $30 profit minimum. If I sell 1 or 2 a week on average, which is about right for what we're doing, we're making a couple $100 every single month after all the fees and everything is said and done. And that's all profit because I already paid for it from the first day of listing. So that's the philosophy that works for me. I'm just scanning through and making sure that we don't have any cheaper items in here. I only want this grouping of photos in here. And this is a perfect group because these aren't anything elaborate or expensive. There might be some good hits. I may sell a whole bunch to the same person. So that's another thought on this. So I try to list, when I do this, more than just a couple of them. I try to do at least in groups of, say, 40 or 50, because that way sometimes I can push out multiple sales to the same person. They'll realize it's only $15 or whatever price I end up putting it on it. It was $57. Hey, I might snap up on that. So, and then at the end of this, if these don't sell the first time around, I usually just bump them back up to a bin and pick a different lot to send those up doing the same thing. Okay, so now I've got 196 of these selected. I'm just going to go to Action, Change to Auction Style. That's all I'm going to do. And then it's going to bring up this page here. Now from here, I'm just going to drop the price down on all of these. I'm also going to change the duration. Now you can do this all at once. So all 196 of these will be edited at once. We're going to hit Format and Duration. And we've already going to keep the format, and we're going to pick the duration to 10 days. And save that. Let it do its thing. It's going to take a minute here. And then we're also going to go back in here and we're going to change the prices of all of these. I'm going to put the starting price change to, for all 196 of these, to, let's say, $18.50 for every one of these. Let's just see what happens. I'll probably come back and tell everyone as well what the results are of just these 196. Now, I could run them a second time. I'm not sure what I want to do. I'm using these up now, too, at the end of the month, because if I don't, they go bye-bye. So let's save and close. Now, none of this is going to cost me a dime. And anything, this is going to actually save me a few cents on each one of these, because I've got so many listings that I pay about 5 cents to 2 cents a piece for anything over my first 10,000. So I'm paying individually for roughly 16,000 extra listings just on this store here. So, and now all there is to this is submitting all, and they're all going to go off and be changed into auctions. And that's about all there is to that aspect of it. Now, the only other thing you need to do when you do something like this is go to unsold listings, because we're going to go back in and delete all of those listings. When the auctions end, I can just send them right back over to a buy it now offer. So that's the one thing you have to remember, is to delete these, so at the end of the day you don't accidentally relist them another time. But now we've got those done, and we're just going to delete those 196 so I don't accidentally relist them. That's one thing I see that new folks do seem to forget sometimes, and that is one of the issues and reasons why I see people with duplicate items on occasion. If you switch them from a bin to an auction, you have to delete the old bin listings. Again, at the end of the auction, anything that hasn't sold, I can just send those to a bin, again, a buy it now option. So anyway, that's what I have for you today. Well, there you are. Hopefully that gave you some ideas and some thoughts. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified if I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell a friend.